he wasn't really using it in that kind of fashion. It was more to try and help them with the retakes, but you might see adjustments still being made from one side to the next. At the end of the day, this is, in my opinion, the best map that we've seen out of Leviatán over the course of this tournament.
Nice 0 point from King. Stops Durka from playing in wide, which was exactly where Durka was trying to get to. Bit of a drone down mid, but I think this is all going to end up being a fake. They're making it feel like a B split, and instead, these players are all going to group up towards Catwalk. You can see where the spike is headed. But of course, Fnatic can't.
Got to make sure you don't make too many noise cues.
Yeah, and in fact, the spike is leaving, so maybe they want to commit to this B split.
Alfie is reclearing B main by himself. Breaks the trademark. Obviously on top of his wall here in the mid-round, so that's going to be able to block off any sort of lurk that might have happened.
Yeah, this seems like a strange one, honestly, to me, from Leviatán. I would have liked to see them prod Catwalk and break the trademark over there if they wanted to return back to B. But they're trying to catch the timing on Alpha's wall going down.
Yeah.
They can contact all the way up to the wall, and as soon as it breaks, bang, they can head through it.
It's on the break now, but already some pieces being placed. You can see that's Boaster's smoke, anticipating that it's going to be going down.
30
but
seconds.
Fnatic look ready for this time.
They do look ready, but Boaster's not ready for the lurk. Through into mid, Melzer with the backstab. Takes him out. Paranoia cuts across. That's going to be doing a bit to dissuade this push and push them back. The horn has to be dealt with. Players still not deep into the side. Alpha here, an opportunity to go absolutely huge, but he is taken care of. Kills flooding in right now for Leviatán. Spike even going to be planted, so no more pressure when it comes to the time. And Melzer just keeping that positioning, that containment as well into mid.
It's trivial, Brent. Trivial! A prime gaming flawless to start things off. And once more, these pistol rounds just look excellent from Leviatán.
The bread and butter.
As soon as they actually commit to the hit, everything's working perfectly. And this play, Melzer comes out of astral form and just gets a kill delivered to him. 3 on the round, by the way, including that one.
Left.
A huge pick onto Durka. And we saw Melzer go unbelievable beast mode.
I mean, he went stupid.
On Ascent.
He went stupid, he went dumb. He went crazy.
He went dumb, silly, ultra stupid.
The guy was a clutch monster.
He had, over the course of the series against Xset, wait a second, this one might get a little dangerous.
Yeah.
But Melzer had a 1v1, 4 1v2s, and 1 1v4. Those are absurd stats. Melzer was clutching out of control. And if he's feeling himself again today, if he remembers that ability to have impact, Fnatic are going to be in trouble.
Yeah, pulling around back from the brink of defeat.
I have the spike.
But prior, I mean, we all saw it. Durka taking a head off of Adverso means they're set up for quite a nasty advantage, I think. And the players of Fnatic starting to run their way back over towards A. They expect this to be the A pop now. Could get dangerous for Leviatán. The smoke's dropped. That's going to be a horn used just at the choke point. Making sure that they can clear their way through. But that deep smoke onto the site, it really does disrupt this take. Leviatán, though, with the better weapons, able to run forwards and find their marks. Boaster still wants to hide inside of it, but a bit of jumping, running, and gunning to do the job.
Oh, Durka had an opportunity there. But this one looks like a slower defaulting round.
Yeah.
And Fnatic are trying to fight B main very heavily.
Trademark's destroyed, and already they can clear that up with the Prowler. No players holding close.
Yeah, and the Fnatic players are choosing to react, push out of B main instead.
No way is King going to be just flashing into this one. Full blind, catching the players out.
And the push from Enzo and Alpha didn't work either. B main looking like a disaster.
Just pinched. Absolute pinch play. Now 2 players left standing for Fnatic. Rotations obviously being heard, but the... okay. Angles watched.
And Mystics lost.
This is just going to be an impeccable bonus round converted.
A perfect one for Leviatán. They break the trademark instantly, go fast down mid, and Tackle is there ready to punish any kind of reactive aggression out B main.
Yeah.
Their game plan was good, they understood what the reaction should be from Fnatic, and they neutralized it.
Spike planted.
Completely in control here, Leviatán.
Fnatic are a team where we're looking at Ascent on this map. Obviously, the expectations are that it's Leviatán's best map. As he gets hunted down, but
you heard from Bala on the desk saying that, you know, he still thinks Fnatic have some decent chances on this map overall.
I mean, I would agree with that. I really would. I mean, in the last 4 times that they have played it, I mean, these stats are going to almost prove counter to it. But Fnatic have won once, lost 3 times when it comes to Ascent the last 4 times they've played it. But 2 of those losses coming right down to the wire, really, in a very close fashion.
Yeah, they're always playing...
Very winnable.
They're always playing great teams on Ascent very close. But this is a pretty terrible beginning. In exactly the same manner of which both halves began on Fracture.
Yeah.
One team wins pistol, wins bonus, and goes up to a 4-0 lead. At least, assuming Leviatán are able to convert this massive economy advantage.
Bit of spam in play to Haunt as well. Alfia has to respect it. Running back to the rest of his team. Later Haunt from Enzo there, doesn't catch onto any players, so information going to be gained that no one's really playing within that vicinity once more, and it is Leviatán just making sure that they can slow this down. Don't give any unnecessary advantages to Fnatic.
There's 3 in mid going for a push here from Fnatic. Durka leading the way with his headhunter. But I don't think he's going to spot anybody. Melza might check it just for a moment.
I like this.
But it seems like everybody else is threading their way into
If they smoke this trademark, they're going to hear it. And the positioning's known. How does he get the smoke off? It's right out in the open. It has to be precise. While all this is going on, by the way, Leviatán working their way into A. Drone their way in.
Good
I love this. I love this from Fnatic. Now this approach from the back, it should net them a kill.
Spike planted.
1 kill perhaps, but I think as soon as Leviatán realize there are many players pushing here, they can take tree control or push heaven.
They're aware that it could have been smoked off.
Whoa, what a peek!
Why is that? Bit of a Ferrari swing from Durka. Probably going to be taken care of. At least latching onto the face of Durka. Still, Takaleo with a tour de force. Damage done. On top of the wall, Alfia wants to try and take it from the high ground. Approach that one angle, a bit of a jiggle. They know that he's there. Pre-firing the spot. Just a pixel being held. Haunt off to the side, still broken. And Fnatic, well, taking these fights still with the slow field. Drop down at their feet from that prior kill. They just can't get into the site. Gonna have to play to die to the spike here. Just a bit of a percentage play.
And while it is decent damage, Leviatán's economy is through the roof.
Aggressive angle with the tour de force. That's popped off, so looking to see if they can hold that B main control just with the ultimate in play. But this is, again, fast approach.
I love it.
Seen this a couple of times actually from Leviatán, but this time they're pivoting into Cat, looking for the A split.
They're so fast.
Right in their faces though, Alfia has to drop down that wall. The Prowler, it connected, didn't destroy it in time, still up close into the corner, seized. A trail just off to the side. How does he avoid all of this coming his way? Boaster though, the support is eventually there, tries to rattle it off. He did find the 1 killer, but eventually gone down. 3v3, knife up close, that's gonna be tagging onto 1 or 2, even a seize though, but that is sidestepped and dodged. Even a Hawk not getting too much done, but King eventually spotted. The Prowler pointed exactly the right trajectory. Durka drops down with the judge. Head taken off.
What a gorgeous...
But it's the round on the ball for Fnatic.
They'll take it.
Such similar scenes of what we witnessed on that first map. Pistol winning the bonus.
Look how clean Leviatán are at taking mid here. They are sprinting down mid in the first 10 seconds with 2 recall smokes, a recon dart, a flash. It's not like they're aggressive for sure, but it's not sloppy. There's thought, there's utility behind it, and that's allowing them to take very early map control. And then when they pump the brakes, Fnatic have lost that whole information, the whole section of the map, and Mystic's forced to be a human trademark.
Essentially, watching the angle. Don't have that to work around. Durka's going to be able to manage this one, but what is this flash play going to be going off of here? Maybe a piece of utility that might get sent into mid, but other than that, maybe the contact of Enzo is just off to the side, a Prowler, the recalled smoke. Going to be destroyed as the player is now going to be vacating Leviatán, giving up that mid control from earlier. Flash plays into it, does connect onto King, but he does survive.
Spike over at tiles at this point. There's still a couple of people that could go for a fake.
30 seconds.
I mean, Shy, if he sends the Nightfall in, this would really look like an A hit.
Yeah, that's what they're trying to achieve, but Durka's holding the angle, and it's a contact play. That's Leviatán just trying to not give anything away. He can now anchor from the back of this side, and the spike, well, it has to land here.
What a bad smoke.
It has to find itself here, and the smoke doesn't really watch too much. Still the players find their way in. Angle being watched. Takuli has got it. The spike, it has to be planted now. 5 seconds. If this is disrupted, it's essentially a 1 round for them, but Shy's still watching at mid. Catching the angle onto Boaster. It's a fast play straight in with the Nightfall. No more sound cues, and Fnatic, they clean up the players. Watching it down, they know exactly. This is the adjustments that Fnatic have been making coming into this one.
Flash, recon.
So similar.
Yep, there's the recall smoke again. Shock
This
dart
time,
to try and break the trademark.
it's looking fast and pacey. All the way in. Trademark's going to be dealt with the wall. A portion of it broken off. The Horn to try and help Alfia. What a swing! Slow orb as well. The Prowler, though. Unfavorable fight for him to take, but the slow orb, it was off. It slowed this down. Boaster now, he's anchored it right behind Dice. The crosshair placement was good, but he can't find the kills. It's going the way of Leviatán.
And tragedy strikes there for Boaster. One and who knows what, 1 and 7, something like that on the stats at the moment. Unable to find those crucial mid-round kills that his team needs. And while the retakes have been looking good so far, there's just no chance for it this time.
Yeah. I mean, look at that, Leviatán, they realize, okay, well, can't lean over towards B too much because they've swapped up their setup. Or just take it fast into Cat this round.
But Alpha looks so awkward there, trying to anchor A main on his own. He's not connected with Boaster, they're not playing off each other. Oh, 2-6 down if... Oh, wow. No, they've got it.
They do have a full line.
Oh, yeah,
ends
sorry.
up working out for them, regardless of that. First engagement doesn't work out for them.
Yeah, the first engagement not going their way. And here you see a similar kind of setup over anchoring A. Alpha is kind of on his own, over in a tucked position where...
It is awkward, isn't it?
Once you break the trademark, Alpha is just alone. He's walled off A main this time.
A minute 15 in, so...
And Boaster's in a position where he could try and play off him. So now, this looks a little more sensible from Fnatic as they look to fight Cat.
Retaking the space. Really? Pushing so deep. Bullet through the box. Doubled up, Fnatic.
Taking a page out of Paper X or Leviatán's book. Just choosing a point in the round to fight.
But Verso, I mean, this is what he was forged in. This is what he was ready for. A tip-tap Boaster, he wins it out. Great movement.
A great round. Great impact. 1 and 7 and finds 2 kills. Crucial mid-round kills.
Lurks his way in, TP's it across. Throws an unknown quantity into the round. Extra form! Oh, that's unfortunate, both players. But as Melzu comes out on top, now down to the 2v2, but a fast response still. The spike, quite a distance away, and the Fnatic players are ready to fight this one.
These are the rounds where Melzo was breaking the backs of Xset. Finds one of the picks up towards heaven, expects the second player.
That's immaculate. Not really set up quite for it in this round. I think maybe anticipating an aggressive play from them because the money's not too good for Fnatic right now. Just holding in Gelato.
And Durka may be the player to go for that aggro peak. A Prowler spots Takolia hiding on top of the truck.
That is great diligence just to try and clear out Boaster. There's nothing he can do there. There was a pull behind him, a Prowler, the flash.
The amount of utility that Leviatán have access to is monstrous, but actually they use it all as well. Which might sound silly, but there's some teams that play this comp that don't really use all of the tools at their disposal.
Thinking about it too much. Turk still wants to take some risks, obviously. Doesn't have to worry about giving away any sort of weapon or losing one. Flash through, seeing if they could catch a player just through that smoke, but the Leviatán players with 40 seconds left in this round, there's a bit of a contact rotation, moving their way through. This is a really nice wall in terms of the timing.
Yeah, the wall has just gone up here. It might make Durka and Alfia feel like there's nobody here, but
left.
with the fact that they didn't see anybody towards tiles, here, now the utility comes through, and they're ready for it.
Being used to clear the corner, Durka, he's been spotted out. Off to the side, the positioning was known. Melza hunts him down, and now they work their way into the side, jumping around, making sure they can avoid it. Telfia! The shots finding him, and the damage is still done. He set his team up for success. But right now, it's the rest of the Fnatic players that have to capitalize. A beautiful horn. The spike needs to be stuck. And
the 4 rounds that Leviatán got off the rip, and then maybe this Thrifty can be a slight twist in the momentum so far, but it's another fast mid-take from Leviatán. They're constantly getting this area of the map and never being punished.
Whenever they do it, you'd expect maybe like an aggressive play towards the other extremities. This time around, you can see Fnatic are making a play towards B main. In fact, the trademark's triggered. I think that's an intentional sound bait. They're trying to get Takolia to swing wider because Durka, he found the perfect timing and avoided it earlier. I love this call.
It is a great one. Durka has to just make sure that he doesn't get too antsy here. He's already made the play that can deliver him a kill. Patience is required. Unfortunately, Taco not going to walk into the trap.
No, not taking the bait.
Taco, though, goes back and collects the spike. And the great thing about Leviatán's mid-control is they can pivot to either direction. Alfia's wall has been broken over towards Catwalk.
Yep.
It may make them think the trademark's in a different spot, but Dirk has essentially been putting it mid or tree every time.
You are divided!
Moving across now, Cosmic Divide cut across.
And it's
And
another
no
fake.
plan to try and sell it, yeah.
30 seconds
That's the
left.
goal of this one, to sell the fake. Durka moves backwards onto the side, but with that kill onto King, they have to realize, surely, this is going to be ending towards the A side. Boaster revealed up, but no one's watching that corner.
Down A.
Playing around, weaving in and out of the wall. 2 kills found, and he's got the backup. Alfie, he's there with him. Spike dropped down. And with 12 seconds left in the round, Leviatán,
10
they've dropped the
seconds
ball.
left.
Trying to get a bit too funky, perhaps. Melza's Cosmic Divide, it doesn't help them there. Trying to get in. Boaster finding his impact rounds.
Roaring their way back into the half. Now for what feels like the first time in a while, Leviatán, a couple of players digging into the bank to buy up into this round with weapons. Still, the economy looks like it's in good shape. They end up losing it, and look at this pressure that's being applied. Alfie, what an angle! Space being taken, but no further attempts after it. Just a kill.
Yeah, but it's an awesome play by King. He suppresses Alpha, yeah. And as Alpha runs backwards, knowing he can't slow, can't wall, the Leviatán players just hunt him down.
Yeah.
No quarter given.
Fnatic at the minute mark. Pretty clear this one, and I appreciate the attempt by Boaster. Just a contact jiggle into it, but it's being held.
But the timing also is so rough. They've just cleared B main. They have to be towards A or mid. Boaster just walks into them. Now Mystic does something very similar, but wins the duel.
Oh, dance! What a play by Mystic! Flash into mid, and why not? Down a couple of players, but you've set your team up now, son.
What a performance. Can Durka finish this one out? Melzer will die with a single shot. If Mystic can find the right timing for it. But this feels like a fast B hit, and Enzo destroys them.
No one watching it, no one ensuring that they destroy that one ability. And the players of Leviatán crumbling, one after the other.
I'm confused. I'm sure Fnatic are confused as well. But Takolia finds an opening pick here. Alpha and Boaster are waiting for it. What was this from Leviatán? So many of their previous rounds looked structured, whether they were going quickly or slowly. This one, they just fell to pieces off the rip.
Good luck, Adverso. Yeah, that timeout, whatever put us to stay in the series and stay in the tournament.
The pistol rounds have been incredibly instrumental. Boaster throwing down a one-way, actually, over towards B main in an attempt to take control. Haven't really seen any omens go for this one. And he just backs off, running away from the cat, chasing him down.
But notice it was only him shooting it. They didn't want to reveal that there were multiple players waiting in B main, and that's the key.
They will, however, hear Durka popping down his rendezvous and know that there's a couple of people around here.
And here comes the hit.
Fnatic
It
are
looks
going
like
for the big pop.
Yep, bit of pace now behind this one. What is that? Shug dart into it. All followed up. Was that a seize on top of it as well to bring them low enough for just a one shot?
Yeah, I believe so.
You've got to be kidding me.
Cannot use that.
Just an incredible combo there.
And it's going to take heroics for Fnatic to find their way in, but Adverso at the back of the side. This guy's feeling himself now. The Prowler latches on, 4 kills. Jeez.
Yeah,
He's
really,
obviously only doing the decay damage there.
really well coordinated play. But Durka's had enough.
But I feel like I've seen this before. Literally in the first half.
Take flight.
Fnatic lost the pistol. Durka opens it up when they're on an eco.
Whoa, overheat moment from Adverso as well, expecting mid perhaps to be safe for some reason, no idea why.
This could be the end of Fnatic with a draw. Enzo just has to try and reposition, but they are being caught. Trying to go for the double swing, spraying it down with the Spectre. Still 1v2, Durka. Anything's possible with this guy, but shot for the buy around now. Weaponry's good. Leviatán losing enough players that they're really just working with bottom of the barrel, bargain bin weaponry. Drone doesn't clear the corner. Boaster, well, what a way to set yourself up. Damage being done. Tries to teleport to safety.
Adverso is not making it out of there, and that is a hard read from Fnatic. Leviatán on their bonus rounds on Ascent have been going for that triple push. In fact, they've been doing it on Thrifty rounds too. But we've seen enough of Leviatán on Ascent so far that Boaster's got the read, tucks himself in the corner, the drone doesn't spot him, and they're able just to mow down Leviatán.
Absorb and audio aggression.
Yeah, that's prep advantage right there.
So, should be the easiest round in the world for Fnatic. Although I've said that in the past, and sometimes doesn't come up with it, but...
Mel's been nuts, but I haven't seen him do it with a Bucky.
Yeah, that would great. That would require, I think, old Bucky.
That would be something
Running and
else.
gunning. Back when it wasn't nerfed, but... Lovely, lovely stuff from Fnatic, I think, to try and drag this one even. But just to really hammer home, I think, the overall points here. Because this is still the elimination match between these teams. I think the pressure is a little bit different when it comes to how much is applied to Fnatic.
Difference. Of course, it's just a good job for Fnatic winning the anti-bonus, the first one of the match so far.
I like this. He's catching on to 4 of them! An extra element added in, Leviatán going for that tiles crunch. We've seen it used so much over the course of this event.
And it should be one that Fnatic are ready for too, but they just didn't see it coming. Lost Boaster off the rip. They actually broke some of the utility that would light the world up for Adverso and allow him to be very accurate with the spam, but when 4 people are tethered, it feels like you're guaranteed to get one.
The cherry on top, wasn't it? Bit of decay damage, the Odin spam. Guaranteed, and Takulia off angle. So difficult to clear out the chamber player when they're playing in that kind of angle. They got the teleport that they can just get back to safety easily enough.
And Boaster making the decision there to just dry peek it and try and skill diff Taco instead of using a Prowler or a Haunt or whatever, some kind of flash around the corner. Fnatic are struggling in this round so far. Caught by one of Leviathan's excellent set plays on Ascent and left with no map control, punished by the operator.
With 30 seconds left in the round, looking like they're just going to be opting to save into it.
Yeah, and while dull, I think this is absolutely the right play.
Yeah, it is the right play to make.
They didn't even come into this round with a great buy. They had Light Armor, they had Bulldog to work with. And Leviathan, their map pool, sorry, not their map pool, their strat book, the playbook, it doesn't go crazy deep on this map. But their defense side, they do a lot of stuff very well, and they still have a couple of very good set plays. They'll go for that triple push out of B main with the drone.
When it comes into this one, but composition not suited for this attack side of things. Already the rendezvous being peeled out there by Durka, just using it to make sure you know, forces in a bit of utility out of Leviatán, making sure that they can clear through B main, and King was still holding onto that flash.
Think about the start of Leviathan's rounds, how quickly they had mid control, or any extremity if they wanted to play there instead.
Right off the jump.
Fnatic are so grouped up in tiles right now. There's a minute 15 on the clock, sure, it's still a lot of time to work with. But they're having to contact walk around, and at any of these angles, might run into Taco, and just lose a player instantly.
Tremor off to the side, wall deep in mid, Fnatic. At this point, it's obvious that it's going to be the B-split play. Shy playing up close, and Personal is in the smoke! And just from the haunt, most afford to just commit to the one side or the other. Hunter's Fury now locking him off straight down mid. Alpha is removed.
How did that one get Alpha? Awesome play by Shy as well. Forced Enzo away, and now the spike rattling its way around to try and meet up with Mystic. If Mystic can find them a kill, but Adverso just sneaks his way around the corner and re-swings with an Odin.
No way.
Every play working here for Leviatán. And Mel's going to show him how a site anchor works.
Up onto the site, high ground position, and there.
Just people in both positions.
You want to play? Let's
Definitely
play.
intentional.
Recon Bolt taken down there. Something that Adverso can afford to throw out because they have so much utility with the triple initiator comp. And it's Alpha, yeah, with a hero Vandal. Asked to do the impossible for Fnatic and get them back into Ascent.
And the youngster's been good for it in the past. But with these kind of circumstances, it's
Here.
a bit of a tall order. Tour de force for Durka. Powerful ultimate that they could use, and Alpha, yeah, what a way to begin things. Mel's has dealt with. Smoke's now going to be starting to drop down, but again, not too much in terms of utility being used. Finally, now you see the ult up, but the angle watch. Takulia, he's got it locked. The reposition. Adverso close to the door. Needs a bit of help from the rest of his teammates. Off to the side. Boaster, he TP'd in. Managed to hit a straight shot, but damage is not enough. Damage doesn't equate a kill.
It's a tragedy for him. There were opportunities to make this round dangerous, but Leviatán dealt with them all. Gonna be going up to some level of difference, but King's Null Command is a fantastic tool as well in this fight.
Oh,
Taco!
shot!
He's just so aggressive.
Pushing out. This is his map. Always a dominant performance is what you can come to expect when this guy's on ascent. Always putting up the numbers.
And taking liberties with the attack in default.
This jump spot by Melzer. Information gained. Sees two heads just over the top of it. Drops down the smoke. The pull now forced out of him, but immediately, look at that, he repositions closer.
And on the other side of the map, Shy is getting information that there's nobody towards B main. So Leviatán can be pretty confident this is coming into A. Oh, recon dart.
No one breaks
it. It just lights up 3 players.
And they're still trying to commit into this when they're running right into the Odin spam. What is going on here for Fnatic? A wall up top, Boast is going to teleport. That's a high ground angle that he can play around, and he has found them a kill. Is it going to be enough though? The pressure that's being applied, the swing out of it, Fnatic players, they lock down the angles. It's enough for about a moment, and they do hold it for the re-swing, but 30 seconds remaining in the round. They do not know where Tacolia is. Panic, fear being placed into them.
Tacolia is essentially AFK here. As King dies, maybe Taco does something, but is he just playing for the retake completely?
Just holding down the angle.
10 seconds left.
Just no reaction whatsoever. Might see a tech timeout even.
Yeah, even out of something's gone wrong in the round, because yeah, that is just the angle being watched from him.
And Fnatic are gifted a lifeline there. They did earn it though. Getting into that round, the shots that Mystic and Althea hit, dealing with players swinging Heaven and swinging Tree, they forged their own entry into the site, and it looked awful for them.
All over the place.
It looked horrendous.
Putting this down, the Haunt. Try and combo it up, and this is just being pre-fired. All the damage being done. Durga forced to teleport away so early.
Takes a chunk of damage too. And this knife lineup on the other side of the map stops Melzer from being able to get into a wine. A crucial 0-point lineup, because so many of these players have been getting huge plays out of wine. Boaster is in such an unusual spot. Will Taco think about it? Will Taco go for a swing?
It looks like this is just an incredibly narrow angle that's being held. If you're expecting players up there with the smoke popped off, you do not push this, surely not. You have to be a maniac.
This is Leviatán we're talking about.
King's set up a deep knife for a bit of information. I'm wondering if he can try and flash into mid for him, but I don't think from the positioning that he's playing. Taco's job there just to hold the smoke, making sure nobody lurks inside of it.
And it does appear from the min-map that this is going to be a B pop.
40 seconds.
Adverso's just got his recon dart back online. Here it comes, broken instantly by Durka. Oh, headshot.
Mystic so low.
Falling down to 57 HP.
The shock dart damage. Durka's so low in all this utility. Slams right into them. Where is the oomph behind this hit? Prowler up top, walling as well up into the window. Althea, he just cannot get the line of sight angles. He can't do any damage. Not when the angle's being hugged so close, and Adverso locks it down but does not expect it. Althea finally getting rewarded, but 12 seconds in this one, the spike needs to be planted.
10 seconds
The silver lining for Fnatic is that there was no one there to help Leviatán. A paranoia to allow Mystic to get raised. The flash just a little too late.
Counter spam. King is so low here, but he still pushes through with the flash and eventually punished. Enzo up close and personal, a bit of a jiggle when it comes to the movement. Melzer, how do you find that one? The head of Mystic just ripped straight off, but still is down to the 2v4. Fnatic, a round they are primed to take here.
Able to replicate the previous one that they pulled together, this time on the opposite side. A 4v2 cannot go wrong for them, surely. The time is just far too low. And it looks like from Melzer and Taco's perspective, they just want to do economic damage. It's all going to be important.
One factor being that Fnatic have finally got that additional round that they were looking for in this half, but not much of a buffer available to them. When you think about Leviatán, what a recon. The flick actually bringing Boaster down to 57 health. One-way setup for Enzo to see if he can take control of this, but every single round it feels like, every single kill, so hard fought.
Shy will try and punish here. The Prowler connects.
They're blind with fear.
Durka jumps away a little bit. Shy is desperate to take a fight, doesn't really have anybody to play off, although King could send a flash through B main for him.
Approach from Fnatic, the Haunt over the top, broken. Presence. B main still being known, but that's going to be a knife across, or not even a knife. Mystic just popping that ultimate. Smoke drop down at a choke point means it's going to be difficult for Fnatic to try and get their way through this one. The Haunt removed, but Durka, what a swing, what a kill. King taken out, and they double up, taking the fights, the numbers advantage. Under the belt here for Fnatic, but they need to get into this site cleanly. The Cosmic Divide caused a bit of a problem for them. Mystic, though,
30 seconds
should
left.
be able to get that plant going down. Melzer and Takulia making it dangerous, but still now opting into that save.
And this round looks like the one where Fnatic are going to be able to keep their weapons. They got into the site, Durka finding big entries for them, trading out effectively too, and just relying on that death ball approach. It always looks like there's potentially one swing or one piece of spam that Leviatán could be sending in there and ruining the round for Fnatic. They're living life on the narrowest of margins here, Fnatic. But they're getting away with it. Off the back of some big entries, nice trading.
Here with the operator in his hands. Destroy deals with that one, with the Haunt destroyed, even putting down the trademark aggressively.
Look at this. A one-way smoke to try and block the recon dart that Adverso has been occasionally throwing.
That's kind of interesting.
Don't know whether he actually used it at the beginning of this round. He doesn't have the recon, so he must have used it somewhere, but I was watching the fight in B main. Nevertheless, cool idea from Boaster. And they're all grouped up.
Melzer Seals seems aware, though. This could be being played. A bit of run and gun as he moves across the smoke there. Repositioning of Boaster set up now. Paranoia holding, ready and waiting. A Prowler into the corner. Melzer is in trouble, but where is the support from the rest of them? The Fragment nade stops him in their tracks. A wall across. They've cut this one up. High ground, low ground positions so they can try and make a mark with. Still need to deal with this door position, King.
And they need to go forwards as well. Okay, now Fnatic start to take their spaces deeper and deeper into the site.
Jeez, Hunter's Fury. That's a latch on, surely. Avoiding it, dodging it, but it means that the movement and positioning is predictable. Adverso gets a pick off. 3 players left alone for Fnatic now to try and hold this in this post plant.
And if Shy gets a kill, Nightfall back on line 2. A player advantage for Leviatán. And these retakes have been awesome before. They have Haunt, they have 2 flashes.
Cleared out of it. Boaster just going for a bit of spam there into the smoke, but the counter plays in action still. The cross, ready and waiting. Alfia and Durka, last 2 left. Against Leviatán, Shy, Adverso dropping down. The recon dart, someone needs to break it, but positioning is now gained, and knowledge. A shock dart, back again. Nightfall to the fuse, right off of it. And the momentum of this match. Of each map, it feels like each team just getting just that little bit more. Fnatic now, 1 more round away from evening it up. And the aggressive play from Takulia.
It wasn't going to get punished, but he just couldn't find the pick. He had an idea of where Boaster was, could hear the teleport. He knew he wasn't going to get punished there and just goes for the swing at tiles. How can you not be a fan of plays like that, but it doesn't quite get the job done this time.
Still finding the confidence to do it, but it looks like Fnatic vacating their way over away from A.
And they're going to give Takulia another opportunity at this one.
He's posted up this time into B main. Did they even expect this one? A drone into mid? Doesn't see anything, but look at this angle. It is everything. I think Fnatic may be opting to try and fake this one out with the Paranoia. A smoke as well. It's not enough to push Takulia away from the angle. The timing is slightly off, and Fnatic still. Boaster wants to take the space. Teleporting into his own smoke, and look at that timing. Adverso caught a utility out, but Shy holds the angle once more.
And this round is chaos. That's where Leviatán love to see it. A wall used just to stop Tackle pushing behind them and give them an angle where they can go and help Enzo, who's just been stuck in A main the whole time.
Fragment, King, spotted out there, gonna be taken out. It's an easy kill for Fnatic. They found their way into the site, but they need to deal with the players at the back. Melzer gets 1, but now swarmed, surrounded, needs to help attack Takulia. Coming through, the time running so low.
It all.
You want to play? Let's play.
Durka has his tour de force online, starting to move things towards mid. One of the first rounds where we've seen Fnatic start to use this utility early on, but they're not going deep off the back of it quickly. Just holding, watching for someone on Leviatán to try and contest.
And Leviatán are so close to bringing it to that map 3.
Which, again, we have no idea how Bind's going to go. But
All set up.
we still might have a few more rounds to play here.
Fnatic doing everything in their power to stop them in their tracks. 5 health. That's what Durka gets dropped down to.
Wild. Alfia does have the heal. But Durka will still be on very low HP. Oh, and King with the re-clear!
No way.
Didn't
and a
have any
flash on
idea.
top of it. Enzo's going to be dodging it. The Paranoia across, cutting them away. Enzo's able to get 1, but the players, the Leviatán players, still deep on the site. locking down. A moment away now. What can Durka do? Doesn't have the health. Missing the shot. Left alone against the mighty Leviatán. It's inevitable at this point. And just like that, we will be going to map 3.